Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer.
I'm Julia Hartley.
And today we're doing our second video at Mortimer Forest. If you didn't see the first one, do check it out because we do a little exploration starting at High Vinnalls at the top and wind our way down, dodging water.
Yeah.
From rain. From rain, we didn't expect rain. However, so Mortimer Forest, where is it? It's in Herefordshire, isn't it?
Yes.
It's sort of North Herefordshire on the Shropshire border as far as near Ludlow. And we happen to be standing in a very typical part of the forest, I would say, because a lot of the forest is conifer. And as we said in our previous video, conifer is not a brilliant forest to go because the variety and the different species in here is pretty zero. You've got trees, you've got a canopy at the top and not a lot else. And in a English traditional, if I could say the word, in a traditional English forest, you'll have different species, you'll have an underwood, you'll have all sorts of wildlife. Really the only wildlife in here, if you're lucky to see it, would be fallow deer
And
hiding.
squirrels.
And squirrels, yeah.
Which actually are bad for saplings.
So we want to try and identify some of the trees in Mortimer Forest before the rain comes down. It just so happens that we're filming at the end of the summer period. Well, it is the summer, but the end of the great spate of sunshine.
Heat and wave. Heat and wave? Heat wave.
Heat wave. But there is some sunshine ahead. And this year we've been trying our best to learn the native species of trees. And so the first tree that we come to here, Julia, looking at these leaves.
It's an oak tree.
It's an oak. It's a lovely oak. And there are quite a few oaks around, but next to that, what have we got here? Look at these leaves.
This one's a beech, isn't it?
I think that's a beech.
Looking at those. With a can wedged in it. Fantastic.
Yeah, an old tin
Let's gloss
can.
over that.
And then opposite us, this one here with these leaves with the sun shining through them. And the little keys, they're called keys, aren't they, that hang down? We know what that is.
Yeah, it's their seeds.
Yeah. What kind of tree though, Julia?
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. It's an ash, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
You knew that. You're just testing me,
Yeah.
you cheeky devil. Let's just go up here a little bit. We come out of here, out from these trees, and there's a whole variety. And these sort of trees are right on the edge of Mortimer Forest, which is what makes it really special, because at one time, Mortimer Forest, this whole area, was a wild wood. It was ancient woodland. And it was all taken away to about 100 years ago to plant the conifer trees. But you can't really grub out all the old traditional trees, can you?
No.
What are we looking at here?
I thought we were looking at hazel, but I can't
Is
quite
that not
tell.
hazel?
It looks like
Or is that, it's not lime, is it? I think that's hazel. Yeah, this is hazel up here. That, you're right. This is a hazel coppice. And all along, if you come up here, look, you'll see areas of this. This is the hazel trees. They're the stalls of hazel. And this presumably was part of a hedgerow. All this hazel here. And there's areas, you're in the middle of the conifer forest, and then you come across all this lovely hazel. And not only hazel, actually, here, look at this, you know this.
Hawthorn.
Hawthorn. Beautiful, lovely hawthorn. Hawthorn, of course, the pagan tree. Sacred pagan tree. And of course, hawthorn, know why it's the pagan tree, because it's the Glastonbury thorn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Make our way back down towards the car park.
Douglas fir.
Oh, Douglas fir.
Tall, straight, chunky trunk.
Chunky trunk.
Chunky trunk.
Yeah.
Tall, straight and chunky trunk.
Oh, and
What are you looking at? Oh, there's holly there.
yeah, you spotted it before I could point it out. Yes, some holly. You often get holly in woods, don't you? There's holly behind us. I don't know if I can get that close.
One, isn't it?
There we are, look, holly with the berries that are green. I don't know if you can see those, but they've got berries, they're green, and they will be turning red. As you say, Christmas holly.
Christmas.
And that's what, you know, going on a walk in a woodland can be such a joy when you start to understand and know some of the trees, because it just brings so much more fun to looking at them. They're no longer just trees.
No, you don't see a mass of trees, you see the individual trees, and it's wonderful.
It is wonderful.
So these are Douglas firs.
Oh yeah, here we go. Let's have a look at Douglas firs.
Tall, straight and chunky.
Right up there, and it's juxtaposed to the holly that is next to it.
It's quite interesting because most trees, when their canopies touch, they kind of sense each other and back off and keep this kind of a weird borderline. But no, you can see here that the Douglas fir is like, get out, this is my space. Ooh.
And then, of course, the other side, we've got some cows resting in the field beyond.
You did say that in the valleys in between the fingers of the rock that the rock layer that this forest is sitting on, that they have in some of them got arable bits or livestock on.
Yeah, so livestock and some arable.
Didn't spot them earlier, but there they are.
Next to another lovely tree with some ivy growing up the side, and this is an oak tree, of course.
Chunky ivy.
Chunky ivy. There's a lot of chunky stuff going on in today's video, and then some more holly. And then next to that is that hazel again.
Oh, it's a young hazel.
I think you're right. And so you've got hazel and oak in this what must have been an old hedgerow here, and it's on a slight bank, which also helps you to detect. And this lane that we're on was probably quite an old lane. So there you go. You can see these oaks a bit clearer here, but then suddenly, is that oak again? Oh yes, it is oak. I thought for a moment it was a little bit more ash. I think we've exhausted the various things. It's interesting, one tree that I've only seen one of in all of our travels. The one tree I've only seen one of, and you normally see it everywhere. Sycamore.
Oh!
Isn't that interesting?
My gosh!
Yeah.
Hadn't noticed
the lack of a sycamore. I saw one, pointed it out, and then not seen any others. And actually,
that's cool.
That's interesting. And also, I don't think we've actually seen lime. I think the leaves that we've seen were hazel, because I don't think lime grows on this. What do you call it? The earth on
this type of soil.
Soil. That was the word. Soil. How brilliant. So, and birch. What's this behind us?
Yeah, that's a birch.
That's a birch. I don't know if it's a silver birch, but it's definitely a birch. I'm going to wade through here. Oops. Oh God, I've just disappeared down a hole. There's some birch leaves, and then the actual unmistakable bark. And is this hogweed here that we're next to? I think this is hogweed, isn't it? It's not a tree, of course. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that was just an extra video whilst we were at Mortimer Forest. There were so many different and wonderful species of our deciduous broadleaf trees that it was worth just pointing them out. Yep. I've enjoyed that.
It was fun.
It was fun. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Yeah. Till then, goodbye. I think it's time to get some food out of the car, don't you?
I do think so.
Very hungry. Maybe an umbrella next time.
Yeah.